Hey, happy Friday, and welcome back to the Joffice Live. How's it going, everyone? I'm your host, Tim Friedlieb, and with me, as usual, is our owner, CEO, my boss, Jason Horonsky, right up above me. How's it going, Jason?
Going good. Welcome to the Joffice, everyone. It's Friday. As usual, we air the Joffice every Friday at precisely between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. Pacific time. Precisely every week, except for sometimes. So join us every Friday, most of the time.
Yeah, usually. Although sometimes we do have to take time off. Man, what a week it's been here at the Joffice. We've been hard at work doing lots of things. We're getting ready for other future projects and whatnot as well. But how's the week been going for you, Jason?
Tim, it has been busy but fun. A lot of fun stress because we're in release mode, right? So a lot of cool stuff. We've got our awesome commercial that's airing right now on Crunchyroll and Funimation. It's also on our Facebook page. It's now been shared through the official My Hero page. That's on Twitter. We have over 100,000 reach on that as of right now. It should be going up over the weekend. And we only put $200 of ad money behind that so far because we knew organic is really important first. And then we'll be posting that and pushing it on social media as well with some ads. It'll be on Google. It'll be on YouTube. It's already posted on YouTube, but not as an ad. And we have more videos and commercials to come. You'll see those here pretty soon. But yeah, my week's been good, Tim. We are prepping for a bunch of stuff for next year for My Hero Academia CCG. And that was a lot of what this week was. We have a bunch of big orders going into big box stores at the beginning of next year through the whole year. We've been planning out the next 5 sets of releases specifically for My Hero, so that's all in the dockets. And we've also been talking a little bit about our standard environment and some other IPs that could be entering the realm next year as well. So yeah, it's been really fun. It's been really busy. I think Tim and I both have been putting in the midnight oil every single day this week because of big things like last second mass market demands and stuff like that we needed to do to get into some of these stores. A lot of fun stuff. But I'm going to do a little preemptive, really big hype thing. So we're going to talk about previews. We're going to talk about everything that kind of happened throughout the week on social media. And we're going to expand upon that. We have a little bit of new stuff to go through at the end of the show today.
So we'll get into that in just a second. Jason, you already mentioned how we had our new commercial. Why don't we play it? Just so everyone can see it again, because it's great.
Let's check out this cool commercial, yeah.
My Hero Academia collectible card game smashes into stores fall 2021 with heroes and villains from Season 1 of the hit television series. Choose your quirk from a cast of your favorite students, pro heroes, and villains. As you build your 51 card decks and challenge your rivals to climb through the ranks on your journey to become the #1 pro hero.
To my local hotspot.
Let's see. I'm going to do this. Sorry, guys. I don't know why it should be playing.
We will be touching base on other products as well, so if you're not here for specifically Universes and My Hero Academia CCG, hang tight. We have a little bit of news for everybody else as well, all the fans of the other games. A couple of reprints coming up, a couple of new products coming up, so we will talk about those here shortly. Black screen hype.
I think I know what happens. It probably wasn't fully uploaded to the stream.
Danielle Tyler says we could hear it but couldn't see it.
Oh, that's weird. I couldn't hear it or see it.
We just love the voice, clearly, according to the chat. So that is the voice of All Might, the official voice of All Might in the English.
All right. Well, you can catch it by going to the My Hero Academia CCG Facebook page or watching stuff on Funimation. We'll make sure that it's playable for next week. I'm sorry.
Oh, good stuff. Well, anyway, we got you all riled up for nothing. You could also just scroll down if you're on Facebook. We did post and share on all of our channels, so that's the official My Hero CCG page, the Universes and UFS page, and Jasco. Any of those pages, you should be able to just scroll down and watch the video there. But it's really hype. We're really excited. More videos like that to come. Next week, I believe, is the starting of our lessons program. Tim, tell us a little bit about that.
So basically the card explanation lessons is going to be the first series where we kind of show gameplay elements, where it's not so much, this series won't be a lot of gameplay, but it'll just be for those new to our game, kind of an explanation of what the different game elements of a card are, and kind of like what their purpose is, what the different cards' purpose is. There might be a few cool things in there. Maybe there's some more awesome things to hear while you're watching those. But every day we'll post a new one until we've done all of those, and we're already working on the next series after that as well. So. And
shout outs to Tim. When you guys go and watch these next week, we're going to have one every day until the lessons are done. So come back every day to check out the new lesson. There will be unseen preview cards in most of these lessons, so you can check those out. So stay tuned to that. But this is Tim's first time directing video, and so please go out, give him some kudos for his directing on this, working with Chris Sabat, voice actor of All Might, to start these lessons. We'll be working with other voice actors down the road as well, as we've mentioned. That's at least the plan. We have some really cool things in store. There's some really fun things about the voice acting in this one, where we're using multiple voices from the same voice actor.
I don't know, post to my Instagram or my Twitter, maybe my notes for doing each individual video on the day that it posts.
There's some fun stuff.
So you get some fun behind the scenes there.
Yeah, and working directly with the 3D artist. Shout outs to Martin, who's been helping us a lot on our 3D side of our business, doing 3D renders, video work, explosions and squirrels and all this stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows Tim took the reins on this one. He directed the entire lessons program with all of the production side of the video, so I can't wait to show those off. And before I forget, before we get into some of the more hype things and other products, we did talk about a possible soft launch for the website today. That is being pushed back to next Friday. There's still a few kinks we need to work out on the soft launch of the website. You can still go to the website. It's mhacardgame.com and sign up for the mailing list, where we will blast that to everybody, so you can go in and check it out. That's where you're going to see your articles, your card previews, everything about the game, organized play stuff once that releases next year, and all the rules. So we're really excited. It's going to be a big launch for us, and it will be an ever-growing project for the My Hero CCG website. So there's that. Now that's out of the way. Tim, I'll let you continue to host from here.
One comment I do want to address, we have Ted Ruiz on YouTube saying, let me buy a signed All Might card. I don't know if we have any left, and if we do, I'm pretty sure we're not actually allowed to sell those, only allowed to give them away.
Yeah, I think I personally, because Chris Sabat was at Level Up Expo during Worlds a couple years ago, got a playset signed for myself. I cherish that playset deeply, but I will say that we have some possible partnership things coming up that he'll be promoting down the road with different types of All Might cards and voice acting related signatures. So this is not the last opportunity to get those. And I also highly encourage that any event that he will be going to, or any of the voice actors, show up to those events, bring your cards, and get them signed in person. Nothing cooler.
I will kind of give this one thing out there for all of you guys, and I'm not sure if Jason's up to date, but there are a lot of cons that are actually starting to go off again, and a few different stores have reached out to me. They wanted some demo materials in order to really kind of like show people the game and whatnot. So we're letting source with what we have left in stock with the old demo decks. We're still sending those out as long as you cover shipping. However, I've very kindly, since they are intended for conventions and with agreements with these stores, provided that they only hand them out to new people that are like they're showing the game to, I have been sending, along with the demo decks, a few of the promotional characters, and then maybe one each, I believe, to each of the stores, the foil promo All Might. So if you're a store and you want to do demos, it's a really cool thing to draw people in. If you are going to one of those cons, I believe the ones that I know of are 2D Con, There's one in Charleston, and then there's one in Texas that's happening soon. If you're going, go ahead and say hi to whoever's demoing the game there, and just let them know that you're a fan, that you support them. But try not to go and ask for the promo cards to take it away from someone new. That's or if you are a new player, definitely go get a demo in if you haven't actually had a chance to have a real demo. So, yeah.
All right, Tim, so what's next from here? I know we talked at the beginning of the show. We have previews and a bunch of updates from the week to talk about. We had a cool surprise.
We showed off the commercial, and people were really happy to see some of the... I know there were a bunch of fans that took a lot of screenshots, very well-timed screenshots to try and get the cards from that. I'm not going to post those, but anything that we've shown from our article previews, which we have done 2 of those article previews at this point, we are going to talk about those today, and there are more articles to come. And again, thanks so much to our friend and community member Clint Badger for writing that up for us. I was looking around to a few people, and we talked about we're looking for some folks to write articles, and we're still gonna be working with some people that haven't worked with us before, but you find someone and they have kind of that right feel for what you're going for, and Clint just did a fantastic job, or as everyone knows him, Church did just a great job capturing kind of the feel of both My Hero Academia and that informative aspect that we wanted to show people. Because if you read it, we split it up into 2 segments, and there's a little bit more as well. So when the website goes up, you'll see the entire article. But
yeah, shout outs to Clint Badger. It's funny because people are giving him shout outs, and then he's in the chat, so he gets to live experience all the glory.
But so it was just it really great. It kind of gives you an understanding without going super in depth, an understanding of kind of like what the intention of the character is, and kind of the thought process behind how they want to play the game.
Yeah. All right. So what's the big cool thing we're doing next, Tim? I'm ready. I'm hyped to get to the fun stuff.
Well, we're gonna show that off unless there's something else you have to talk about right now.
I mean, I have this thing right next to me. Should I talk about this thing?
What thing are you talking about, Jason?
So this week we got a case of first edition boosters in. Should we talk about this?
I don't know. Should we talk about that? Maybe not.
In the chat, what do you guys say about this case of first edition boosters? I could open this on stream.
I would say probably not. We probably don't want to.
I'm going to open this case on stream, everybody.
No. Check
it out.
Do not encourage him, chat. Do not encourage him.
We're opening this case on stream. Brought to you by our not sponsor Uline for the box cutter.
Don't
right,
do it.
Go, everybody.
Please don't.
The moment of truth.
Please.
And Tim.
What?
Where are the boxes?
You mean
Timothy?
These boxes?
Oh my God. He stole my booster boxes. My moment of glory. What is going on?
Well, you see, Jason, I didn't want you doing that, but I guess you got the better of me because I just showed them off.
There we go. So we have our first edition booster boxes, and we got those in this week. These are our production sample. Well, they're actually final production. The whole print run is done for first edition. It's being picked up and shipped around the world at this moment. These were air-mailed to us, so we can go over them, quality control them, and all that stuff. First edition is a limited printing, so hopefully you have your pre-orders in with your stores. And then there will be an unlimited printing immediately after. I believe those are all on the distribution end completely sold out. Not only are they sold out, they're like 3 print runs sold out ago. Like that's a while ago. Unlimited is where it's at now. So hopefully you can get your orders in with your stores that placed their orders with their distributors on time.
So what we do plan on doing is sometime soon, Jason and I will open some of these boxes and packs. We're going to record it and we will put that up. But because you guys know me, I don't want to give too much away. We'll do it after some more cards have been shown.
Yeah, so we actually pre-recorded a video that's an unboxing. It shows off the box topper, the quirk packs, all the packs. They're freaking beautiful. I can't wait for everybody to see them. Tim's got all the boxes, unfortunately, so I can't even show you the back. But cool thing to remind people, the quirk packs still count for redemption. They have redemption skulls on them. So those bonus free packs are upping your redemption per box.
So we do have some questions about first edition stuff. If you ordered a long time ago, your store should have been able to get their pre-orders in with the distributors. They should be getting first edition.
Yep. I would say like hobby shops, most hobby right now is going to be stocking first edition. Wave 2 is all unlimited, and then every wave after that is unlimited. If you're international and your territory hasn't gotten the game yet because it's coming in maybe a little later, Asmodee is already working together with Jasco Games to set up a plan of attack to get either more first edition over to each territory alongside set 2 or before set 2, because some territories might have to have a closer release together than the US, Canada, and parts of Europe. Parts of Europe still are getting the game on time for the US release. But eventually, the entire world will be all caught up, and it will all be released simultaneously. There's a little bit of licensing on that end, too, where we're unlocking new territories in Europe so we can expand the game even further and into more languages.
So, I'll say this, guys. When we did the partnership with Asmodee, we told them we want our stores that have already gotten kind of orders in, we want them taken care of. So I'm fairly confident that you should have product ready to go first.
Yeah, if all else fails, if you're in, for instance, the UK, I see that in some of the chat, if you're in Canada and you're wanting to get first edition at the same time as the US, be sure to ask your hobby shop, or if you are the hobby shop, have the hobby shop ask their distributor, did you get your orders in on time? Make sure they talk to Asmodee. Is this wave 1? Asmodee is the exclusive worldwide main distributor, and it will be sub-distributed through all distribution, as well as all hobby channels and mass channels. But it's a bit of a process. This is a massive undertaking. It's the biggest release in the CCG's history. Not only that, it is passing most of the other CCGs out there already. So I love to say that. We're moving up the ranks. There's not going to be a lot ahead of us in the future with this big push. So thanks to the partnership with Asmodee, all of our distributors, we love you guys for helping us push this game into bigger and bigger markets and to more and more fans.
All right, well, should we move into talking about some of the previews that we've shown?
Let's do it. So this week we showed off a couple articles, as Tim was saying, thanks to Clint Badger this week for the article. Shoutouts again. We showed a couple of cards in those articles, starting with the new Zukumadoria character card. So Tim's going to transition that over to the screen. Give it a second to load. We always have a bit of a lag. There we go. So tell me about this character. What's different about this Zukumadoria versus this Zukumadoria?
Well, this is Zukumadoria, or Deku as he's known. Yeah. He has... Wait, did we talk about this last week? I don't remember.
We'll just rush through this one if we did, because I think we did.
I think we did. Man, my memory's so bad. Anyway, so yeah, this guy can now block really well. That's the big change to him, right?
Yep. So he has reusable defense now for his prediction ability. It's all in theme with Deku. I probably talked about the design philosophy of him already.
We talked about the first 4.
But yeah,
Thanks,
he definitely has his kind of like break his body mechanic with giant damage pump, and then his prediction, studying, note-taking mechanic with his other ability. So let's just jump right into the next card.
So we've got 2 cards that we showed?
Yeah, we have a really cool card that really...
Man, I am so brain dead after this week. I don't remember what we showed all 4 days. I know 2 of the days. I don't remember the other days.
We have a foundation. We have an attack. We have a character. And I believe we had another foundation, right?
Well, I know there's 2 foundations we've shown since last week, right? I think. Man.
Well, anyway, we have an attack coming up.
All right, we'll show this attack. We'll show this attack, because I know this one had not previously been shown. Woo! All right, so let's talk about reverse throw as it loads. Boop, boop, boop.
And don't forget, we are going to be talking briefly on the rest of the Jasco Games products right after this kind of Universes My Hero Academia segment. All right, tell me about reverse throw.
Thanks, Justin Birch. Now I know what I show.
Why doesn't it have reversal?
Well, a reverse throw does not mean a reversal, Jason. But also, we just do not. We didn't put it on it. We didn't think it was necessary.
Yep. Well, it's also part of Learn to Play starter deck. So there's multiple reasons.
You guys can't trick me. I know what I did not show.
Oh boy, the chat's going nuts. They're trying to say that we showed off a bunch of ultra rares this week. I don't think that's the case. But anyway, yeah, reverse throw. It's part of a 2-player rival deck that's teaching you how to play the game, and it is extremely powerful in the deck, in the character that it's built for. So this is a very high damage throw. As you veterans know, throws usually can deal at least half their damage rounded up. Of this, in this case, 15 damage, unless there's some kind of defense that's stopping you. So that's a really awesome tool for what I've heard previously, underpowered Zukumadoria, which I think as reveals go through and as his support is revealed, you will notice that he is a very viable competitive character and worthy of the hero of the show. So there's our reverse throw.
Yep. And
it is not a reversal.
And it will very potentially get you a card back, right? It can cantrip if it deals 5 or more damage. So as long as it deals printed damage, I like the idea of, I don't know, maybe I just make you not want to block if I'm making you think that my next one's really going to be good, and you only have 1 card. How about that?
The chat's still trying to trick you, Tim. Oh boy. So that's a couple of the reveals from the article. What else do we have? So I guess you forgot the article cards. We have Clint Badger.
I saw what it is. All right. So the next card that we're going to show is a foundation called Self-Sacrifice. Let me pull that up right now.
And this card in particular, we've had a bunch of fans point out that we revealed a version of this card in Gen Con, Digital Gen Con, a while ago, and it is different.
It is different. Sometimes when you have time, you look at things again and you make tweaks and whatnot, and this is where this came up. And honestly, some people say this card, this card's great. I mean, there's now all 3 of these symbols will have a way to get out of deadlock. There's reminder text on what deadlock is for new players, but it's a good way to make sure your staging area or stage has not gotten too big. It's real cool. It's and it goes both ways, right? It goes both defensive and offensive.
What a great block.
Yeah.
What a fantastic +1 low block. If you are new to this game, your block zone is better as a lower number because it's adding to how hard it is to block the attack. So the lower the better when you're on defense and you want to block with this card. Love the artwork on this. Really represents what Deku's all about Season 1. Yep. Fantastic. Broken arm falling from the sky after he punches that giant robot. Good stuff.
Yep. And then
0 pointer.
Let's see. I have to. Let me just double check something. Okay, and then the last card that we previewed this week, again through the article written by Church, is Planning Ahead as it loads up. And this is a 3 difficulty foundation. Now, some people say this should have had a better block. I'll give you guys a little bit insight. Our goal is to not do no blocks if possible. And so rather than give something a no block, we're just giving it a not as good block.
Yep. So this is a new design philosophy with My Hero Academia we've tried out. There are no cards in the set without a block. There are some higher block modifiers in set 1. This is not guaranteed to continue this way, but for learning the game, we want to make sure we aren't confusing our new players with no block cards right out the gate. So that's our current stance on it. This is the one of foil card in the box, isn't it?
I believe so. Yeah.
So this one's going to be all special and foily and awesome when you open this one up in your rival deck. Oh, and some insider information. Those rival decks, get your pre-orders in because they are, due to some manufacturing costs, going to, on the third wave, go up in price. So they're currently listed at $29.99, and that's safe across the board for first edition and the second wave of Unlimited. Now, once it hits third wave of Unlimited print run, those are going up, I believe, to $39.99 because of manufacturing costs on these things. They're pretty high end. There is a rule book in them, and costs of goods have been going up. Shipping has been going up. Down the road, we will try to get those back down in price, but that's just based off of current supply, demand, and logistics. And I do want to say, I've gotten a lot of flack over the last year and a half from the pandemic of, Jasco Games keeps pushing this game back. They're not going to release it. I've said this a couple times. It's definitely not in Jasco Games' best interest to not make money on our top product in our business. This would never be done intentionally. So I want to point that out. The pandemic shut off a lot of manufacturing capability, a lot of shipping capability. It caused half of our team to have to go away either permanently or temporarily for just everything shutting down. So we are lucky to be the business we are. We're lucky to be here and have one of the biggest releases in the industry coming out this year. But it is a real product. As you can see, Tim's got my boxes. That's a real product that is shipping right now, and that's just the first wave of many, many waves of set 1 and then going on to set 2. And we'll be talking about our release schedule here in a week or two as well. And you'll get to see several release dates for My Hero Academia.
I don't know if Jason specifically said it, but we had this specially sent to us from the factory just so we could see the final product. It is not yet in the warehouses in the States. We're not pushing, like he said, we're not pushing dates back just because. This is those, companies usually get samples at multiple steps. This is now that production has completed.
It's called a final production sample.
Yep.
So there you go. We took a case off the line. It is all in containers, probably already picked up in a boat by now. But we got these a few days ago and had them shipped a few days before that. So that's us. Quality control, final quality control. It's always the most, on the inside, the most terrifying part of a project is was correlation done properly? Was allocation done properly? How's the print quality in final production? Did it all match all the steps along the way? I'm really happy with how this thing turned out. It's beautiful. Great partner printing over in Japan for us, and this is our first time printing in Japan, so fantastic partner there, and great quality. I can't wait for you guys to see this stuff.
Yep, it's awesome. Okay, so yeah, this card is super cool, right? Like, we actually haven't even talked about this card yet. We just brought it up.
Sorry, everyone. Going on a tangent.
This card, so, what is this? This is a slightly less powerful version of the previous Zukumadoria's ability. We wanted to change things up, and when we made the switch, we still really liked what he did previously. We just wanted him to be a little bit more interactive, I guess is the right word, right? We wanted him to have a little bit more kind of investment throughout the turn rather than just once with both abilities. So this card kind of got what old Midoriya was, and I wanted to keep that around for sure.
Yeah, and so did I. I like the feature of his it's really his personality is these prediction type mechanics, and he is very defensive. Obviously, most of the first season, he really can't use his quirk, or if he does, it's breaking his body into pieces, and he has to really, really time that wisely. So I think this is, as you see the progression of characters throughout the sets and the different versions of characters, you're going to see their character development, which is awesome. It's one of the best parts about Universes is that we can tell the story of the characters. And going so deep into this IP, like we haven't done with probably any IP in UFS time, I'm really excited to see the stories reveal. I see some really cool chats. We've got somebody put in some kanji Nihon, that's Japan. Awesome. I'm losing some of these comments now. It's going quicker than can't even see the post now. I can't. Danielle had something really interesting here. Let me see if I can see these comments again. But go on.
Yeah. So that's the cards we've shown off.
She says she knows we have open product in the Joffice. Actually, we don't. We only opened it up to the point of packs, and then I haven't told you anything else from there. Nothing that the general public can see, and nothing that most of the staff other than Tim and I can see. Definitely not cards laying everywhere, I'll say that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you had me confused. I was even not sure what we were doing.
Basically,
right.
if you walk into the Joffice, you're not seeing cards. Those are hidden.
But yeah, so really cool cards. We wanted to kind of go over them again for those of you that might have saw them but not really thought about them. I don't know. We just kind of wanted to reiterate some of the information we've given out through the week. Again, next week is going to be really cool. We're going to have the videos. We're going to there will be some hidden previews in those videos. What else do we have going on? Oh, we
plan on the soft launch of the website. I mentioned that earlier too.
Yep.
And again, don't hold us to that launch. There's a lot of technical on that side and a lot of stuff that has to be written up. And we want a really smooth soft launch so that when it goes into full scale launch, everything's really easy to fix out the bugs. That'll be a kind of slow technical process. The content is going to be a little lighter until it gets fully revealed on there, and we're making sure the site's working properly. Just got to handle the bandwidth. I don't know how much traffic we're going to get out the gate either. It's a little tricky, so keep that in mind. We do plan on having it out next week, though. It could have been this week, but there's still a few things we need to take care of.
Yeah. So
are we ready to move on, Tim, to other products?
Yeah. I was just gonna say, don't worry, guys. There's still plenty of time in previous season. We don't want to just. I know everyone would love to see all the cards tomorrow and have all of it out, but then there's nothing to talk about for the rest of the time until everything releases. I do, Danielle. I really want to open a booster box, but I'm being professional and waiting until we can do it and have that for content. But yeah, so preview season is going to last for a while. We have at least another month and a half, at least, probably 2 months to 3 months, possibly. So we don't want to just kind of put everything out, but we are going to continue. There will not be like 2 more weeks of silence. We're going to have stuff every day of some sort or the other.
Yeah, we do know that obviously print's done, so it's all kind of up to logistics now. How fast can we get ships here? How fast can we get them unloaded and trucked? Normally, we use the rail system from the port in LAX to Minnesota, where the headquarters of Asmodee is. The rail system is super, super backed up, so it's all being moved back to truck. That could actually speed up the release date. I don't think we're actually going to have a release date in November, and if we do, I still think that most of set 1 can be in a pre-release era in October or maybe even late September. But because of the shipping ambiguity, until it clears customs and we've booked the trucks and trains and wherever it's going, and that means the same thing for anyone in the UK, Canada, everywhere else, it has to get to their ports and then ship off. Asmodee is located in like 30 countries, I think, so maybe not quite that many.
It's a lot.
They're all over the place, and there's a lot
Pardon
to do.
me.
Tim's clearly tired from working too many late hours. So hang tight, everybody. It's coming. We obviously have some. It is a real product. I know you guys, you're giving us a hard time. It's not going to come out till 2030, and it's not even real, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it is real. We've been working this whole time. We don't just sit here and like to lose money all day. So it wouldn't be professional of us.
Now, Jason, you said let's talk about some other projects, and I see a comment here that I need to talk about to segue into that. Clarence James Wolfe, or CJ Wolfe, asks, any news on Mega Man UTS Kickstarter? Well, I have to kind of correct you there, CJ. It is not the Mega Man UTS Kickstarter. It will be the Kickstarter for Mega Man All-Stars, the board game. It just so happens that one of our planned pledge levels is for the UTS style decks and figures.
Yeah, the current plan is so it's Mega Man All Stars, all new Mega Man based board game with miniatures. Goes through all kinds of Mega Man games and bosses and minions and power ups and all kinds of stuff. On top of that, those minions are being designed in UTS scale so that we can release the 4 UTS decks, the cool character pack. So yeah, I am excited for that. The news on that is we just got final artwork for a Magic Card Attack. It's one of his power-up moves, and
I believe what's that? Is that like Mega Man 8 or something like that, right? No, it's Mega Man and Base, right? Magic Man is from Mega Man and Base.
So it's one of the way later games. I chronologically get a little mixed up after like Mega Man 7. So, and then the design changed a little bit. So. It takes me a little bit more to think about it, but it is one of the later Mega Mans. But yeah, the final artwork's being done there. The Kickstarter is being built now, and we'll be doing videos and everything else for it like it's standard Kickstarter, and you'll be getting marketing real soon too. So that's one of the things that our board game and entertainment division is chugging away at exclusively is that the Mortal Kombat miniatures game, I'm sure is the next question. That is going to be coming after Mega Man. That is looking beautiful right now. Lots of great progress on that game. It should be like nearly completely ready to go and finished and tested and everything by launch. Worst case scenario, there may be some stretch goal characters that need testing during the mold phase. But otherwise, yeah, those projects are looking great. And I mentioned there's going to be a couple of new projects I want to just touch base on. We have our own internal My Hero Academia board game. Should we say the name of the board game, Tim, or just start with that?
Wait, what? Sorry, I think I can distract myself looking at some comments. What was that, Jason?
So we have an upcoming My Hero Academia board game that's going to be coming to market probably next year. So I wanted to kind of just touch that out there. That was designed internally by the Jasco team back in 2019 and into 2020. Game was done back then and just didn't get to launch. So after kind of not post-pandemic, but post-pandemic shutdowns and able to kind of operate again, that will be coming back out and going into stores. I was asking you, Tim, should we give them the name of that game or just stop there and then let people
I think that's fine. Just guys know that we're always working on more stuff than you think we are. There is a board game, and I think we have some other partnerships for other products. So really cool stuff coming out.
Yeah, we have 2 other partnered companies that are working with us on other games that we really, really love. We'll announce those a little bit later once those are more finished and ready to go, but they are really good games. I'm really excited. Some of my favorites, actually, in a couple of different realms. So, all right, Tim, what am I missing? So we talked about those. Street Fighters...
Well, I was going to say, for the Mega Man All-Stars, I know that we're currently doing some more graphical work, and... if it's okay, Jason, I want to kind of give people a little bit of a clue or kind of like an inside info about how kind of some things for Kickstarters go. As you know, generally the game is not 100% complete, ready to go to print upon completion of a Kickstarter. So what we're doing currently, currently what we're doing is trying to get all of the assets necessary for the Kickstarter page ready so we can get that all built out, get that page approved, and then we can go to Kickstarter. That's really, I think, at this point, the biggest holdup.
Yeah, let me elaborate on that. For Mega Man and for Mortal Kombat, that is normally the case. You don't have a print-ready game. For Mega Man, the entire game has been completely tested. It is done. All the art assets are going to be done on launch. So the entire game is ready to go. The only thing that's going to have to happen before final production is layout. That's it.
Yep. So, and we're currently working on that.
It'll be a final layout pass. So it's all the text being properly laid out into the cards. That'll be done during the Kickstarter, and as soon as it funds, we'll finish out the work. That's just in the case of it not funding. We don't want to overtax the team's workload, but the game's completely done, so that part of the project actually doesn't take a whole lot. And because we're doing plastics in both of these games, those plastics usually take 3 to 9 months to produce, depending on how many we're doing. And during that time, the print material is done way in advance, and we can kind of throw stuff to the community, let them do a final round of testing, put some public eyes on everything, so that you get a perfect or close to perfect copy once it's finally in final print. So print is always the last stage of production after plastics, when you have plastics in your game.
Yep.
I also have one more big announcement on these My Hero Academia sleeves from Arcane Tinman. That are produced through Jasco Games partnership. They just closed a cool deal to distribute through Asmodee as well. So if you were not able to get those in your stores, give Asmodee a call. They should be getting stocked shortly, and I believe they'll probably sub-distribute those as well through other distributors. I can't say that for certain, but if you did not get a chance to get those sleeves, they are now available through Asmodee or will be shortly.
You know, you raised a good point, Jason, about, or you raised a topic that was kind of, it's been in my mind recently because we've been having some people ask things on the subject of sleeves, right? And I noticed, I think it was this week, maybe it was last week, Arcane Tinman, who, you know, is a good partner of ours, they just opened up custom sleeve printing in the US, which is really cool because I know there are things I want to get. And we've been having people ask about the whole official licensed product and whatnot, and what about fan art mats or whatnot. I just want to say, for those of you that are big fans and you want to make like a fan art sleeve or something of My Hero, that is, I think, fine. Just, I would say, for big events, don't use those sleeves at our events because they could be misconstrued.
I can speak more legally than that, Tim.
All right. Well, hey, let's hear from the guy who actually knows this stuff.
Yeah, so fan art technically can't legally be sold to you, so you can't buy it from Arcane Tinman legally or any publisher. You can make it yourself, and you cannot sell it for anything that has to do with an IP that is owned and publicly registered.
Well, there we go.
If we see that kind of stuff in tournaments, obviously you can't use it. If we see people selling, that's essentially counterfeit, and we are required by contract to report you to licensing. So that's where it's at. So companies like us pay a lot of money to be able to have the rights for these partnerships, and so when we see people doing that and making money off of it, it's a problem. If you do it for fun, you made it yourself, we're probably not going to go after you because it's clearly handmade or self-made and not being sold. But if any money gets transferred, that's actually the rightful property of the original IP owner to get a royalty off of that. And you have to have an agreement and permission to be able to do so. So there you go. That's a little bit more official.
Hey, we learn something every stream, right?
Yeah. And then we have a question. What if it's official art that's free use? I would double check with the company that makes the IP and make sure what free use means, or what if that's even a true story, because most companies don't just give that stuff out. I will say there are some exceptions to those rules where they'll make marketing packs and things where you can use the art in any way you want as long as it follows certain guidelines, and then you can make your own promotional material. But it's pretty rare to have public domain artwork or characters unless it's been around for over 100 years, I think it is. So, yeah. That's your licensing.
So, and this is not us trying to be mean about it. We're just trying to help you guys be informed and know what the rules are.
There you go. So Tim was going to be a little bit more lax than the law. So I just wanted to throw that out there. We can't.
Well,
we unfortunately can't even.
I'm glad you corrected me, Jason, because I was unaware, and now I know the rules. And if people ask me personally, I can let them know.
Yeah, Jasco Games is liable and contracted to police that when we see it. We cannot not report it by contract, so that's where we're at. I have a really squeaky chair today. I don't know if that's showing up on screen or
I can hear it because now you've told me about it.
Yeah, it's like...
Anyway, okay, so we've talked about the upcoming Kickstarters. What else do we have? Street Fighter. I'm pretty sure at this point, unless there was something that you didn't pay for a thing, or you're one of the very few people that had a paid and we didn't know about it and sent it out, you at this point have gotten your pledges. We do have, with the exception of some of our countries that don't have big hubs or fulfillment centers, those go from our fulfillment center that handles everywhere else. Those are scheduled to ship out They unfortunately take a lot of time because it's very expensive to send one thing to a certain country. So they'll find place within their other products to their centers in certain hub countries. So everything is planned out and ready to go. And I believe like Brazil is going to be ahead by a month, so that should be going out in like September. All the other places should be sending out by the end of this month.
Yeah, when Tim says all the other places, I think we're under 200 remaining shipments out of like 11,000.
It's like less than 100.
Yeah, so this is just small countries that don't have good or as streamlined importing. And so those will be the final backers. And then we've also got one of two containers of overage sent to Jasco Games. We're still waiting for the port to release the second one. It's been sitting in the port for like 3 weeks.
Yep.
And that has all of our core games on it, so we can't even really relist the game for sale yet.
It's actually released. They're just waiting on a truck to bring it here.
Yeah, we have truck shortages. I'm telling you guys, the shipping situation in manufacturing, especially when you have anything international, is insane. And there's shortages in trucking. There's a rail system issue. There's a port issue. There's a boat issue. There's a container issue. So all the way across the supply chain right now, it's just shortages and delays. So we're lucky to have what we've got at the moment. And as soon as that shows up, we will put that up on the website, make a big announcement, and it should be sold out relatively quick. And it's a limited printing, so get it while you can. Get it while it's hot.
This next container contains all of the dice, which I need so that I can send it to people that pre-ordered. It contains all of the base or core games, and then it contains all the boss expansions.
Yeah, so all we have right now from our first container is all the extra stuff, where you can't actually play the game. So we cracked open a production copy and played in the office last week on Thursday. Did a 3v3, which Evil Ryu took the win out of that one, and Tim was pretty salty about because I was on the opposing team.
I was a little salty, but I just don't like a lot of multiplayer games.
Yeah, we talked about Mortal Kombat a little bit. It's coming after Mega Man. It is very, very, very far in production. All the minis, most of the art, all the boards, the dice, the characters, all that stuff's done. So it's all to the point of get it ready for launch. It will see a pretty significant price increase because of the manufacturing cost. We got a manufacturing increase of 35% on our best quote so far. I'm telling you guys, it's rough out there in the manufacturing and shipping world. I hope these things level out here pretty soon, but that's probably going to cause even more slight inflation here and there in the short term. I'm hoping that recovers before the Kickstarter and we can get a better price on that. But yeah, it is what it is. It's a very expensive product as it was.
We do have a question from Brian Hayward on Twitch. He's asking about remote duels or I guess matches over webcams, probably, for people who don't have locals. I know that the plan... Excuse me.
Gesundheit.
I know that the plan is, we're okay with stores doing webcam events, even if you don't have a store, but there should be plenty of places that are going to be running online events, because this is a card game. We have to switch to just running webcam events. Otherwise it would be possibly considered a video game. So, but yeah, we totally encourage stores or gaming groups running webcam events over the internet, especially if you don't have a locals. Though I do believe that the Plus Ultra kits are limited to retail stores.
There you go. So, lot of different updates. We're really excited for those booster boxes. To be honest, that's kind of like all that's been in my head all week. I've been wanting to play around with those boosters. I'm sure that you guys can all relate. You've been all waiting as long as us. Maybe not as long as us because we knew we were designing it about a year before everybody else. But almost as long. It's been a long wait. I can't wait.
Yep, I'm excited.
Season.
It's almost up. Almost here.
preview season. I can't wait for this coming week's videos. They're super exciting. I can't wait to see what you guys think about Tim's direction work as a director on these videos. It's going to be awesome. New website, more articles coming, more info on the website coming, rules updates, and more standard and MHA on the CCG side. Mortal Kombat, UTS, Mega Man All-Stars, Mega Man UTS, Street Fighter UTS, a lot of cool things. And then an upcoming My Hero Academia board game. All those things on the docket in the near future this year and early next year. And then I did see one other licensing question I want to answer before the end of the show. Will Bryan asked if Jesus is licensed or if he's public domain. He is public domain. Public figures in general are usually public domain unless they've filed themselves as a celebrity rights, but most public figures are. But after 100 years, everything's public domain.
Yep.
There you go. Pretty sure it's been over 100 years.
I want to give
that far back, so
I want to give a shout out right now to all the different groups that are keeping the discussion alive. We have a semi-active subreddit where I've been seeing the previews posted everywhere. We have some great discussion groups on Facebook. I believe there's the MHA discussion group. There's also the MHA Universes discussion group. A lot of great groups of people just getting together and talking about the game. That's been really cool. So shout outs to all of you guys. I know there's a couple different Discords. So yeah, hey, thanks for gathering together and talking about this game that we love and that we love to make.
Yeah. You are allowed to play by webcam. There's nothing wrong with that. It's going to be highly encouraged when you have COVID restrictions. We don't want you gathering together if it's not safe.
Yep.
So yeah, don't worry about that. We'll be promoting those. There will be some online tournaments that way in the future as well. It's inevitable. And then if you're going to any of the major events, just be safe. Take your precautions. There is still a pandemic out there. We will be showing up to Gen Con this year, but not with a booth. We'll go and hang out and have some meetings and hang out with the fans. And then next year, we hope and plan to have a booth presence again and have a big party and announcement of the upcoming products at that time.
Yep. As soon as it's safe for us to do a booth, we definitely will be.
Yeah, we have some cool booth stuff in our warehouse ready to go. I can't wait. All right, everybody. I think that's it for the Joffice this week. I'm gonna give the chat like 1 minute. If there's anything we missed, anything you're looking forward to, a product line that I should have talked about, now's the time to bring it up. Otherwise, go follow all of our pages. We have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have YouTube, we have a website and multiple websites coming up. And multiple Facebooks. So go check all of those out. Jasco Games, Play UFS/Universes, and the My Hero Academia Facebook page.
And if you haven't pre-ordered yet, I don't know why you haven't. There's something going on. But if you haven't pre-ordered yet, contact your FLGS or friendly local game store. Or if you don't have one in your area, contact your favorite online retailer. There's a lot of great stores out there. Support the small business that supports our game, and get ready for an awesome launch.
Yeah, worst case scenario, you can go get it at full price from Asmodee's website directly. That'll be, it's full MSRP, no discounts or anything there, but at least it will be available temporarily. They're not gonna have a lot, but they have some.
Yep. And I think that's it, guys. We've been on for quite some time, so thanks for joining us. We had a long talk today, but it's all good. Play some games, have fun, enjoy your weekend, relax.